What's up? What it do? We back with another video. What's happening, everybody? What's happening, everybody? Let's go. Check this out. First thing first, remember, when you watching my channel, when you own this channel, you better, I'm talking about you better, comment, like, subscribe, all right? I don't care what nobody talking about. Let's do this, y'all. Let's keep this thing running, man. Let's keep it going, you know what I mean? But check this out. We're on the road to 500 right now. We still pushing. We at like almost 400. Yeah, we almost there. We still pushing, still going. Yeah, I mean, been doing it for maybe 4 or 5 months now. Ain't too long. And I've been posting like crazy. You feel me? Like I said, as I've been doing it, just been, you know what I mean, going and going and going. You know what I mean, learning as I go, picking up different coins and different little tokens. You know what I mean, to keep my shit running. You know what I mean. Anyway, we got a good video today. Yes, we do. We got a video today, and the title is "What is it like being black in Japan?" Now, I always wanted to go to Japan, you know what I mean? I've heard different things about it and stuff like that. So this video, I really wanted to watch, but I wanted to watch it with y'all, you know what I mean? Get the first reaction with y'all and hope y'all can, you know what I mean? Once again, comment, like, comment, you know what I mean, at the bottom of the channel or the video. And then, you know what I mean, let me hear your point of view. Let me see where y'all at with it. But I'm gonna give y'all minds, you know what I mean, through the video. I'm gonna try to keep it 100 and blunt as I can. So y'all can, you know what I mean, feel the real and the raw thoughts of a person, you know what I mean? Not no just generic editing. I ain't doing that. We're gonna just shoot straight through it. So respect to the Japan company, to the Japan community, you know what I mean? It's it is what it is, all right. But it's my point of view, my reaction video, and let's get into the video, y'all.
In block in Japan.
I think it's a bit overwhelming at first, to be completely honest, because like
And then she would like block me. And she would block me, block me, block me, block me, right? And it seemed like she liked me, but she kept blocking me. And then
No matter where I go, I'll always get discriminated against for being black. So I might as well choose the place that makes me happy.
Hi everyone, how are you? This is Ricky. Today I'm going to interview black people. What's it like being black in Japan? So let's see. On my channel, I dive into Japanese culture and lifestyle with both Japanese people and foreigners in Japan. So it's a perfect channel for anyone thinking about traveling to or living in Japan. Plus, you can learn real everyday Japanese by watching this video like this. So if you haven't yet, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Instagram where I show my daily life in Tokyo. Alright, let's get started. So okay, thank you so much for your time. Could you introduce yourself?
my name is Darion. I'm from America, and I'm particularly from Louisiana, like the central Louisiana. Yeah.
Alright. So how long have you been in Japan?
I've only been in Japan for a week so far, but I did go last year for 1 month, a part of the school program here.
Alright, so how long will you be staying in Japan?
I'll be staying in Japan for 1 year.
What's it like, being
Oh,
black
wow.
in Japan?
Okay, that's a really good question. I feel like when it comes to being black in Japan, it's no different from being maybe like another color. Now, just in the Asian countries, white is favored more merely because that's just how it's been for a long time. The color white is favored, not necessarily the character of the person, but just the appearance. Like if a Japanese person sees a white guy and he's like mildly attractive, it's like, oh, that guy is like cool, he's super cool, he's white or whatever. But that's not as common, I think, nowadays. I feel like it's more so whenever you come here, you're a foreigner. You're not black necessarily, you're not white necessarily, you're a foreigner. And it's only a few Japanese people that might look at you as color. For example, there's a lot of Japanese girls that like gyaru, and a lot of them really like hip hop culture. I'm just using Japanese
You mean gyaru?
gyaru,
yeah.
however you say it.
Alright, yeah.
Gyaru.
Gyaru, right? Yeah.
Gyaru.
Yeah.
I'm only using Japanese girls for example, but there's also guys too that are
Yeah,
also
I know
like
what you
hip hop. So a lot of girls that are into that, they like hip hop whatnot. So when they see a black guy, it might be more of a like a spectacle to them, right? That's the only case where race might play a part, but for the most part.
And you know what? This ain't my first time seeing a video or a clip, you know what I mean, of us, of black people going to other countries and stuff, you know what I mean? They always saying something different. And but it'd be similar, like it'd be different situations but similar to like black people. We sometimes we're looked at as a wow, you know what I mean? And then sometimes we get looked at as disgust, like they can't stand us, they don't want us around, they mistreat us and stuff like that. So yeah, it go hand in hand, but I feel like it all depends on where you at in the country, and it also depends on the person. You know what I mean? So yeah, what he's saying, I can dig it. I can believe in what he's saying because this is what it is, and of course with the history and all that good stuff like that plays a part in it. Why they look at white and black differently? You know what I mean? So yeah, but I'm guaranteeing it's not a bad place to be at. You know what I mean? It looks pretty decent over there. Not saying I want to get put over there or move over there because I haven't been over there firsthand, but just off the videos and the movies and the documentaries and stuff about Japan, like that seemed like a cool place to be at. For real, for real.
Part is in Japan, it's mostly just like, oh, you're a foreigner, right? Instead of just like, oh, you're black, you're white, you're Mexican, right? So when it comes to relationships here, you have to be very, very, I guess, particular with what you might say and how you might convey something.
Okay, let's say you're dating a Japanese girl. Like, is there any problem? Could be like language, could be like culture difference, or like whatever.
Ooh, good question. So one problem could be a case of being fetishized because of the race. The one problem can be they just see you as a novelty, right? And I've seen this in many interviews with foreigners on Japan. It's like if you're like black or whatever, it's like a novelty, right? So they
Yeah.
might not completely like you for you. Oh, I'll tell you an experience I did have. I was talking to a Japanese girl online, and we talked for a very long time. I don't know if she's Manhattan, I'm not sure, but she was a little bit crazy. But we were talking, and she was very sweet and whatnot. But she would have these weird moments where she would get like really drunk and whatnot or whatever, and then she would like block me. And she would just block me, right? And it seemed like she liked me, but she kept blocking me, and then
But damn, how many times you gonna get blocked before you get the message or the memo that she ain't really fucking with you? You know, a drunk never lie. You know what I mean? You get somebody drunk, then you talk to them. You know what I mean, or you just let them go. You hear a lot. I know that for a fact. You know what I mean? So yeah, boy, you played yourself into that. Man.
she just blocked me altogether. So I don't think she necessarily liked me personally. It was kind of just like, oh, this is a black guy's a spectacle. Let me talk to him for a little bit or whatever, and then move on. Right. And I've heard a lot of other people talk about that same experience where it'll seem like someone's into them, and then it's kind of just like they kind of distance off once they get their fix of a foreigner. So, but it's not with every Japanese. I'm not gonna say that, but it's some of them are like that, especially counting like what their niche is. So.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Could you introduce yourself?
My name is Umi, and I'm from Florida, and I've lived in Japan for 2 years.
What brought you to Japan?
I wanted to study Japanese, and since I was a kid, I've always wanted to live here.
What's it like being black in Japan?
So it's different from being a foreigner. Those are two different things. Technically, yeah, they're the same, but also different. Being black, I would say, has its difficulties. Like I get stereotyped a lot, actually, in Japan. So with my job, I work with kids, and so when I first meet them, they cry because of my skin tone. I get a
Oh
lot
wow.
of derogatory terms sometimes with Japanese people. Like they've called me like a monkey. I've been called the N word a few times here, but also it's been really good too. So, like, because I'm black, I stand out a lot. And so people come to me more usually than most. So, like, if I'm with my friends who are, like, let's say white, Japanese people will come to me first because I look more different, I guess. Maybe because I dress pretty Japanese. So.
Is there
Wow.
any pros and cons? Like,
That's crazy. That's crazy. Just to hear that, you know what I mean? So in a sense, what you wear does kind of determine who you are in certain situations, you know what I mean? But I mean, of course, over here, that's what it is. We pretty much over here in the U.S. is all about the look, about what you got on and what you representing versus who you are on the inside. So I get it, but damn, over there too, man. But hey, it's a lot of things probably different. If you know what I mean, if she like, she might go into details about it and explain why she want to be over there. But this is interesting. You know what I mean? Very interesting on why people would want to be over there and why they what they think about going over there and being black. You know what I mean? Pretty cool.
Like being black in Japan?
Yeah. Okay. So the cons are, of course, people will stare at me a lot, but I'm pretty used to that.
Figure that.
Stare at me, so some of this discrimination, but the pros are, so if I apply for a job, there's not a lot of black people usually that apply for jobs, so I'll get picked more often than not because they want something new, something fresh. Yeah.
All right. Is there anything
That's a
that you want to
win.
share your experience in Japan, like being black?
Oh, yeah. So I guess being black in Japan, I use dating apps sometimes to talk to guys. And a lot of people there will say, like, oh, I've never talked to a black person before. So usually I'm the first black person that I've gone on a date with a Japanese guy. For the most part, it's pretty nice. And I would say, like, there's a group of, like, Nigerians that live in, like, Harajuku and Shibuya and stuff. And
Hmm.
usually, if there's like some trouble or some guy trying to talk to me, they will step in and help me because I'm black too. So they will, we try to have each other's backs. Yeah. Also, because I'm black and I live in Japan, a lot of Japanese people assume that I can't speak Japanese or they assume that I'm from Africa. Or if I tell them that I'm American, then they get surprised because I think a lot of Japanese stereotypes towards African American women are is that everyone is pretty heavy set, fat. So that's a big stereotype here with being black in
Oh wow.
Japan. And yeah, like I said, they assume I can't speak.
I wonder where they get that from. That stereotype. You know what I mean? Shit, everybody, yeah, it doesn't matter what color you is. Shit, it don't matter what color you is. You come in all shapes and sizes. You know what I mean? You can't just do black like that, man. But what it sound like is shit. They need a social shock too. Shit, for real. But then once again, I kind of understand because in that country, shit, you got mostly just their culture. You know, what I mean? The whole country, not just bits and corners like the U.S. is. You know, what I mean? You got a few. You got Chinatown over here. You got Jamaica. You got Jamaica Queens. You got different places. You know what I mean? Where you get a little bit of a coach of a country, but over there you ain't getting none of that. You getting what they giving your ass, and that's Japan. That's it. That's all you gonna get is Japan. So yeah, I get it.
Japanese, so when I do speak Japanese, they get really surprised. So, because I think they assume like me and my friends are together. She's white, I'm black. They assume she can speak Japanese, and I can't. So that happens quite a lot. And usually it's opposite. They can't speak Japanese, but I can. So, yeah.
I see. That's interesting. Okay, thank you. Do you see yourself in Japan in the future?
Yes, I plan to live here as long as I can. I want to try to live here forever. Hope that's my plan because I really love living here, even though Japan has its pros and cons everywhere around the world
Everywhere else.
has its pros and cons. So I think like as an African American woman, as a black woman, no matter where I go, I'll always get discriminated against for being black. So I might as well choose the place that makes me happy.
All right, thank you so much. Do you speak Japanese?
少しだけ。
Can you introduce yourself in Japanese too?
OK じゃあ、はじめまして。私のお名前は海です。2年くらい日本住んでいる。なんか私の日本語はあんまりペラペラじゃない。だからもっと勉強したいです。はい。
ありがとうございます。All right, thank you so much.
I love black people, man. Like you can put us, man. You can put us anywhere, y'all. Like and we just adapt. You know what I mean? We just adapt so easily, y'all. Like it's just so amazing how she just talk that language. You know, so fluent, man. And she ain't even from over there. She only been for like 2 years. You know what I mean? That's just man. It's about to You talking about Black Power, you know what I mean? And I ain't talking about being racist. I'm just proud of my people, man, and how far we have came. You know, we stand over in Japan now. We all the way over in Japan now. That's what's up.
Thank you so much for your time.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah, could you introduce your background?
So my name is Christopher Holman. I'm from America, the United States. I'm Jamaican and Haitian for my nationality. I was raised in like the suburb area of so like Long Island, if you know where that's at. And I'm studying abroad here in Japan for I've been here for a few months, 2 months so far. So I'll be here for another month or so.
All right, how do you like it here so far?
I like it a lot here so far. It's a beautiful city, a lot of things to see, a lot of great sights. The culture here is it's fun. Like people are super nice. They go into izakayas and drinking. It's amazing. The food here is great, and there's just a lot of things to do and a lot of opportunity which I haven't tapped into yet. But like you can just see it around the place. There's so many things to do.
All right, so what's it like being black in Japan?
I think it's a bit overwhelming at first, to be completely honest, because like coming from America specifically, being from the Philly part, it's like a whole different culture and experience, and you have to sort of like relearn how to navigate that. I think sometimes people staring and stuff, and like people getting like not weird, looking people looking at you. It is a bit like it caught me off guard a little bit. That in itself is its own experience, but like besides that, I think like personally I've been saying to myself a lot, so trying to avoid all that. So it's not the worst experience, but I think like if I was here any longer than a few months, it'd definitely be something I have to really start learn how to navigate and get used to.
Is there any like negative thing that you didn't expect in Japan?
I think the negative thing I didn't expect was like sometimes people can be a bit standoffish here and like cold and reserved, and like that's never a problem because like you live your own life, of course. But like for my personality, it is like I'm used to like talking to everybody and like wanting to connect to people, and like you feel like you can't really have that too much over here. At least what I experienced so far.
Is there any pros and cons being black in Japan?
I think pros is that like you just can be in your own world. No one's really bothering me in terms of like physically bothering me, and like that I can just live my own life. And I guess that's a really nice part. The girls and men here are super like receptive of me and like can be understanding in times if they see I don't speak English. Like try to work with me and stuff. But like I think the cons are like it is just like it's hard to relate to other people and like other experiences because like my experience is so like it's its own thing. So it's difficult to actually connect with people on that.
There are a lot of Japanese people who has dreads.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? What can I ask?
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't ever think it's my place or someone's place to, like, yell at somebody for it, get mad at somebody about their own life. But, like, I do think it's a bit strange just because, like, because dreadlocks do have a bit of a religious significance. Japan has its own, like, culture and things that they can add into their own life. It's important to at least know what they mean or present if you're going to be wearing dreads. So it's, like, it's never, like, a big problem or something to, like, get mad at. But, like, it is, like, a bit like a, huh, that's weird.
All right, yeah, that's true. That is very true. You know what I mean? Me myself, of course, I have dreads too. You know what I mean? They're up in my rap now, trying to what I mean keep them together, so I ain't gotta have them looking all crazy, or whatever. Anyway, try to keep them hydrated and stuff. That's what I do when I'm when I'm at home. Sometimes you see me on the videos with my hair down. Sometimes you don't. It's because of it's the healthy thing of it. I try to keep it oiled and lubricated or moisturized, and I just pretty much wrap them up, keep them tight, let the juices do what they do, let them flow. This is my little thing, and but like he said, it's true though. You gotta know the history of dreads or locks before you start judging because you don't know. You know what I mean? Some people just don't know, and then just because of the lack of knowledge will make you look very ignorant or very crazy. You know what I mean? So like, don't judge nobody if you don't. I'm gonna say this: try not to judge nobody based on their appearance because you don't know their walk of life. Accept everybody for who they is because you got to remember this is the flesh. You know what I mean, including hair. It's all flesh. It's the physical. We're not really focused on. We shouldn't be focused on that for real, for real. But we do because we human. We dealing more with the flesh than we are with the spiritual in a lot of cases. So yeah, but yeah, he right. I like how you put that. You know what I mean? I like how you put that.
All right, so you feel kind of weird.
A little bit, a little bit. Like I don't let it like, bother me that much, and it's like it's not like a my biggest focus of attention, but like it is something that I noticed. Like, oh, that's like a non-black person wearing dreadlocks.
Do you speak Japanese?
Not really. I have a textbook and some like writing books to practice. I know some like basic phrases and stuff like that, but like I don't really know it that well.
All right, like, do you want to say something in Japanese?
I guess it goes, See what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. Look
All
at
right,
that,
thank you
man.
so much. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you so much for watching so far. How was it? I really appreciate their willingness to be in the interview this time. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel so you never miss out on future videos. Again, thank you so much for watching until the end. See you tomorrow.
All right. So yeah, like I was saying, yeah, my bad. I went too far. Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, y'all, that's the videos like that, you know what I mean? It kind of, you just gotta try to open your eyes up to different things instead of seeing the same thing on YouTube. That's my I like different, you know what I mean? I like choices, you know what I mean? And then everybody know me. I like choices, you know. I ain't no just one thing, one person, you know, one thing. Just, you know, I like to see different types of videos and different types of content because it's more to the world, you know what I mean, than what we look at every single day. So yeah, that's was once again one of my watch for later videos that I was gonna watch eventually. And like I said, I just going like as I'm watching videos, you know what I mean, that I want to watch with you guys and you ladies. I pretty much put them on my watch later, you know what I mean. And I watch them with y'all. But it was like but then that all depends on the time when it was dropped and then the views on it, you know what I mean. And I got my own little method of how I do that. So yeah, but eventually y'all gonna start seeing more videos like this too, because as you can see since last week, I've been doing more videos like this. I've been just trying to put in more videos and of different things to get our minds really moving because this is a reaction channel and once again, my purpose is to provoke thoughts and open your mind up to different things instead of just having that one track mind, just thinking that everything on your phone in front of you on your For You page is who you is, and it's really not. It's more. It's more to this world. So yeah, that's my purpose: is open minds, be thought driven. You know what I mean? Giving some good commentary, my point of view, how I feel about things, and just seeing if I can find different people to help. You know what I mean? Um, approve or not even approve or agree with my thoughts. My thought process. So I don't feel like I'm alone out here. Sometimes when I be thinking about certain things. But anyway, I don't try to get long winded because I can get long winded. I can talk y'all for real. Like I said, the podcast coming up. Y'all gonna like the podcast. It's coming up. It's coming up. But yeah, y'all. Once again, another video. Yeah, I mean, another presentation of your boy Days channel. 444 Biggity 44. You know what I mean? No game related. And peace.